One SIP investor, he found this warning sign whenever he used to invest, and that is what changed his strategy when it comes to investments. Do you want to know this warning sign which is there in your systematic investment plans? Hi, this is Anirudh Bellare here. Welcome to the 55th video of Your Best Financial Life series. In today's video, you will be understanding certain warning signs when it comes to seeing your investments growing, especially in the systematic investment plans when it comes to your mutual funds or stocks. And also remember, I am no financial advisor here. Please take this video as education purpose only. And you can use this information if at all you feel like. If not, it's okay, well and good. In today's video, you will be learning these 4 or 5 points which when used and when you actually see it happening, it will make a lot of difference in your investment portfolio, and that is the reason I'm giving this video to you. Let's move on to the first and most important point. There is something called scattered investments. Now, what do you mean by this word scattered? INV is nothing but investments. Okay, so INV is nothing but investments here. What is the meaning of this word scattered? In simple English meaning, scattered means something which is spread around here and there, here and there, here and there. So this is what is scattered, simple English meaning. Now when you add this word scattered to your investments, what do you find? You generally find that in today's day, not a lot of people are actually doing this, but for those who do this, now what is the meaning of this word this in this ideal context and scenario? Usually for investing in whatever asset class you need or you require, this demat account over here is the most important thing, because they are the broker for which you place an order, and this demat account will place that order with the exchange. Okay, and accordingly your buy or sell or whatever order will happen. Now see, I'm not going to give any advice here, but this is what usually happens. Through a demat account is an intermediary between your stock exchange and the owner as in the person who's using it, I mean the user. Now usually what happens, if more than one demat accounts are opened, which in ideal case is not possible, or you can say your family members also have a demat account despite you having, and all of them have completely different set of systematic investment plans, or you keep noticing what is your family members' portfolio is, what is your portfolio and all of that. You know what happens in this sense? There is a sense of lot of distraction, and also if a single user manages to have different kind of investments, it is very difficult for them to actually track it on a long-term basis. Now, how will you track your investment? See, giving you a practical example, if you have one vehicle with you, say for example a car, if your family size, now this is a completely different example. If your family size is 3, now what is family size? The number of people who stay in your house is 3. And you very well know that for 3 people staying in your house, your one vehicle which can accommodate 4 people in one car is more than enough. Now, think about it, you have 3 cars. Now in one scenario, it may feel good that you have 3 different options. Whenever you want, you can use car A, car B, car C. But in the long run, what happens is every car will require a service or maintenance. Service, maintenance, and a lot of expenses which you have to pay for the 3 cars. And it will be difficult for you to manage them as well, if you practically see. But when it comes to your investments, it's more or less the ideal scenario, unless you are very thorough on which kind of investments you are putting, and you have that conviction. Now, how that conviction will be built? It will be built when you have your conversation with your financial advisor, and also you do the research and understand what are the stocks in which this particular mutual fund is investing in, or whichever company you have invested your money, what is the business ideally about? Will it work in the long term, the next 10-20 years of business? Who is the chief executive officer, that is your CEO in that particular business? This is solely with respect to any stock if you're choosing, or if you're going with different asset class, it has a different story. That's why scattered investments should be limited to an extent whereby it will be easy for you to track. That is the whole purpose of this point over here. Okay. See, if you have any doubts or if you're not able to understand anything, no problem. You can as well write it in the comment section, or if there is any problem in my explanation also, you can put. I will be free to read all of your comments and make sure I improvise in the next video as well. This is just a saying, okay? So let's move on to the second most important point. Now there is something called this word named myth. Now what do you mean by this word myth of diversification? Now it's a continuation of the previous point. Just writing this word fully here. Now see, this is a continuation of the previous point in the sense, now the scattered investments and myth of diversification. See, there are a lot of people who, as I mentioned, have different demat accounts or different family members who have their investments, but there are sectors in which investments can be put. Now I'm not disclosing any name of whatever I'm telling. I'll give you an example. For stock A or mutual fund B, say for example, now you have 3-4 categories whereby you have your large cap sector, mid cap sector, small cap sector, and your micro cap sector. Now in these particular sectors, it depends on which kind of investment you choose. Now there are a lot of people whom I have noticed, or they themselves have come and told me about this, that they keep putting similar, you can say, their funds in, say for example, a large cap sector. No investment advice here, please don't take me wrong. This is so that you can understand. Now if you have 3-4 family members who have invested in the same sector or segment, which as I mentioned, large cap. Now what happens if the large cap sector starts to fall because of any particular news or whatever? Your portfolio also will start falling. So what is the meaning of this myth of diversification is, it's not actually true that you need to keep on diversifying which exactly looks the same. Otherwise, what is the point? See, these are basically common types of learnings you can keep doing, because see, investment is also a growing game and it's a regret game as well. Because understand, every investment you choose to put, it becomes extremely important because it is a matter of decision making. That's why I say, for anything you do in life, your decision making becomes very important, and especially when it comes to finances. If at all you're in your middle class family, including me, this applies to me as well. Your money related decisions become extremely important, and that's why I keep coming out with points and topics like this for you to learn. Okay, so let's move to the next third point. Now, as I've mentioned in my previous videos as well, this term becomes very important here. How is the rolling returns? Say for example, if at all you take example any mutual fund, which is just an example here, there is something called your rolling returns. Now what is this rolling returns? It gives you the average returns from the time the fund has actually started. So from the day of the start of the fund till today's present day, what is the percentage given by the fund to you. This is when it comes to mutual fund. For any stock, it depends on how the annual reports have been presented and has the company actually lived up to its annual report expectation. Like say for example, 3 years ago in 2023, if any company had mentioned that they will be doing progress and development for their company in the year 2026, and if that has actually got executed in the year 2026, then that means the business has lived up to its expectation. And see, all the stock price and all, when the right time comes, everything will happen. But what is more important than the stock price is when you track what the execution of the full company has done in the particular years, which becomes extremely important. And for any other asset class, you will eventually know whether it is bond or your commodities. That is comparatively easier for you to know, because if you track news itself, you can understand all of that. So with this, what happens now, with whatever I have told you now, see, as I mentioned in the past videos as well, there is something called your auto debit of your systematic investment plans. That is, every month money will get deducted from your bank account and it will get credited to your whatever fund you are putting. Now, for you to actually track if that fund has done well or not, you can take the help of artificial intelligence if wanted, or you can go and visit your financial this one as well, your advisor, whereby he will give you a more better understanding on how it happens. And also you can say this, yeah, the whole point over here is about tracking whichever business or any fund you have put, because see, it's not necessary that after 10 years also the exact same fund or stock could do well. There could be slight modifications, but you need to start doing research as well. See, there is a saying, in spite of consultation, like I'll give you an example. If you have gone and visited a doctor for any organ related problem in your body, it is important as well for you to know what organ is affected and what is the functioning of the organ. Functioning as in what could be the problem, what could be the solution, and to have a fair understanding. Like say for example, your taxation as well. Before you go and visit your chartered accountant, it is better for you to have a basic and fair idea. Because see, I don't want anyone to mislead you. See, I'm not telling anyone is going to mislead you, but for anything you do in life, my friend, like say example, for recording this video, I actually learned how to put videos on YouTube and how I can do it. See, it is a learning. And before actually learning, I went and experimented myself as well. So basically having a fair idea before getting any consultation becomes extremely important, because always remember, no one should take you for granted, and that is what I want for you. Whether it's your investments or whether it's your personal life, having prior information and knowledge, that is this basic term called homework. Now, how many of you might remember that in your school days your teacher used to give you homework? Pretty obvious, right? Not a lot of people used to do homework, apart from the fact that you get your homework done from another friend, or you may tell your teacher, sorry, I was not able to complete the homework. But what is the real life homework? Real life homework is, before you step into any particular task which you're going to do for the first time, having prior information in advance gives you more clarity before you stepping into that particular task. As I gave you example of myself, that is recording video, or for anyone who is going for an investment consultation or any sort of consultation, because you are the eventual decision maker. Consultation can be given, but remember, you are the decision maker. That's why it becomes important. See, with whatever I have taught you, and I also mentioned 4 or 5 points in the start, we keep this video a bit shorter because I feel this could be slightly heavy. See, I'm repeating this point again. I'm just taking all of these as examples so that it becomes easier for you. Now, what kind of fund or stock you need to buy, that's up to you. I am no one to tell all of that, because remember, I'm not here to give any kind of advice. This is just an awareness video whereby you can take the best decision for your life, because eventually it is your financial goal, and everyone has their own financial goal, especially when they start earning money. That is the whole purpose of this video. And also, the purpose of me standing and giving you this video is also for the fact that I want to have an impact on a lot of people who actually struggle with their finances, not by giving them any advice saying you buy this, you buy that. No, I don't like giving advice. This is just an information and awareness which I want to spread with the help of social media and internet, because I feel the more value I give, the more happy I will feel from within. And that is the whole purpose I'm doing this. I'm not doing this because anyone has asked me to, or for any monetary value. This is because I just like doing it. And that is the reason, whether it's a Sunday or whether it's a weekday or whichever day, I keep recording these videos for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you really felt whatever I spoke was genuine, you can please do share this video with a lot of people, because I really feel there could be people who some or the other way they find it difficult to handle their finances. And that is the reason, if even if I would have given you little bit of value through this video from any warning sign which you can understand, it would have made you a better person, and it would have made me happy in today's day. Thank you so much once again.